what to do when your creativity seems off. So picture this. You work probably all the week, like 5 or 6 days a week, and you can't wait for that that day or that couple of days where you can actually finally spend time working on your craft. If you're watching this channel, probably is writing, drawing, or whatever it is. So yeah, really, you're eager to start and you can't wait, and you eventually, the day arrived, you jump on your desk, you sit, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. You stare at the blank page, uh, and you can't help but come up with nothing. Uh, this is actually what happened to me in the past couple of weeks, and it didn't feel good, especially when you have a 40 to 50-hour job, weekly job, and you can't wait to just have those couple of days where you can finally work on what you like, on your creativity and creative endeavor, and this actually happened to me in these days. I work a lot, and then like when I sit on desk, I pretend for myself to be able to write something, uh, to enjoy it, possibly, and to get some work done, basically. So what happened is that right now I'm editing a really big blog post, uh, and I'm drawing all the illustration. I will make a video about it too, because I think it worth like see the behind the scene, for someone that might be interested in it. But the point is that usually, when I focus on drawing, then I kind of drop writing. But practicing every day, so not writing to publish every day, writing for yourself every day, is actually something really, really important. So, I don't want to drop it, and I want to write something every day, even just for myself. But yet I can't even come up with I couldn't like come up with something even for myself, even for my journal. I just I can't, you know. I had the blank page syndrome, and I couldn't write something down. So what I did, um, essentially, there is a blog post called "Creativity Starts Before Anything Is Made," and by Lawrence the blog More to That, which is like the best thing on the internet. I talk about it many times. I took his writing course. I mean, it's amazing. And that particular blog post that was I actually reread it in these days, because I read it when I was not actually creating, was not actually writing, and I reread it because it was in my reading list, and it actually helped me a lot. What is all about? In that blog post, he says that basically creativity is not sitting down to the work. Creativity starts before everything. So creativity is a list of ideas and experience and conversation that you had with someone, um, that eventually you will how can I say it, assembling all together into something creative on the page. It sounds like kind of woo-woo, but it is not. It's basically, we can resume all of this with experience life. um, you Writing is a part of your life, is not your life. When we identify ourselves as writers, we usually tend to be really really assholes with ourselves and think like, oh, you didn't write nothing today, you fail, you didn't conquer the day or whatever, you didn't be productive, all this kind of bullshit. But this is not the point. The point, and what I really learned in the hard way, is that you don't have to force it. Don't force it. If nothing happened, if you feel you have ideas, you don't know what talking about, you cannot put three sentences together. Just just read something. Read something. Enjoy. Have a walk in the park, have a chat with a friends, phone someone, whatever. Just um just experience life. And this will help you uh first of all, alleviate a little bit the pressure, and second, um, it will give you new ideas. So, for example, I didn't have ideas of what to write about, and I like to, while I'm working on the illustration part of the our big post, I like to write on the side on the first draft of the next one, like the like this. I always know what I will do next, and but I couldn't come up with nothing, with no ideas. And they actually just the thought of start from zero an article, an essay, was like terrifying. And what I did was just, okay, you know what? I won't force it. I won't do that to myself. Not this time. So what I did is just I thought, I reflect, and I was like, what I want to do? I want to write. I want to read. I want to really read right now. I want to read something, and I actually realized that it was like a few weeks that I was so focused about writing that I forgot to read in the first place. I've all, I always been a book reader, and I dropped this habit that I had. So I was like, okay, perfect. I will write. I will read a good fiction, and I picked like a book, Wool, an amazing fiction book, which is nothing about my style and my I don't write fiction, so it was nothing to do with me. And I just enjoyed. I just enjoyed the writing, and I finished the 500 pages book in a couple of weeks, and it was like great, and was like great, and it pushed me actually to experimenting with some fiction writing, which it gives me an idea to write about a fiction, and then I start to write a small novel slash paragraph, horrible, that just my wife read it, and she was like, nah, this is not good. But yet I wrote something eventually. I wrote something. It pushed me to do something, you know. And then I listened to few podcasts. I listened to a podcast which was really inspiring, which is a conversation on the Tim Ferriss show with Derek Sivers, and that made me reflecting about so many topics, so many topics. The concept of, for example, burning the ships and the moving abroad, and the about the creation game like Pokemon and farming, this kind of games, why they're so appealing, and this kind of stuff. And the event it became all ideas for articles, all little threads that I wanted to pull a little bit further, and all this happened just because I allowed myself to don't force it. I don't want to force my creativity. If it seems off, my creativity is just because you're not getting enough input. You're not really get good nutrition to your mind and to your creativity. So this is my advice for anybody, for anyone who is stuck in his creative journey and like me passed like a week writing basically nothing. It's okay, it's part of the game, it's fine. And this video is just it will be like a reminder for my future self as well. It's just fine, future me, if you feel that you can't come up with nothing good, just drop everything and do something that you love. For example, a walk in the park with your wife, or a call with a friends, or um, whatever, go swim, or whatever, really, whatever you like. Experience life, okay? There is one thing that I read in the book of, in the On Writing by Stephen King, that he said, put your desk on the corner of your room and not at the center. And every time you sit to write, remind yourself why the desk is not on the center of the room. Writing is you life, like writing is a function of your life. It is not that you is not life is a function of writing. So it's like um, you don't live to write, you don't write to live. You live to write. So first you have uh, to experience life, and then writing. Writing is a part of it. It's a good, important, maybe part of it, but it's not all. It's not all it's all about. What it's all about. So yeah, I'm a bit rambling right now, but I hope this video was helpful. And let me know with a comment what you think about it. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video.